Welcome to the Move AI NEMT Growth Roadshow, where I am joined by Mark Lunnin. And Mark is a new speaker to our program. We are here in Orlando, and it is already packed with people inside, isn't it?
Correct.
We're building it, and they're coming because people want to learn how to scale their NEMT fleet. But what is the point in scaling your NEMT fleet if you haven't got an end game in sight? And that's your topic today for our audience.
100%.
So, Mark, you have built and sold 4 NEMT fleets and student transportation fleets.
100%.
So you know what you're doing.
I do. I like to think I do. So, I don't have the blueprint. I like to think that over the past 20 years, I've discovered somewhat of a blueprint to help scale your business. I think many people in this industry, they get to that 1, 2 vans, 3 vans, and that's where they're stuck. What I learned when I sold my companies was people brought me back on as a consultant to help them grow and to scale, to do what I did.
Okay.
My goal when I opened up my first company was to grow it, build that foundation. I didn't really care about the number of vehicles, it was just to grow the business. And when I felt that this was a sustainable company that was attractive to investors and to other companies, you know what I mean? I built that end game, as you would say.
Okay, so let's talk about what is attractive to investors. So
Sure.
I'm an NEMT fleet owner. What do I need my fleet to look like in order to appeal to a buyer?
Well, you don't need, I always say it's quality over quantity. One thing about NEMT is you don't need to have 50, 60, 70 vehicles. A lot of times those are just 70 vehicles doing a couple of trips a day. What I look at, I like to maximize revenue per vehicle. To me, it was a simple formula. If I had 7 vehicles, I wanted each vehicle to do $1,000 a day. Because it's very simple like any business. I need to have a lot more money coming in than I have going out. So if I had $1,000 coming in per vehicle and I was making $300 to $400 per vehicle, that was very attractive to investors. Those percentage of return on investment is huge. Those are big numbers in the NMT game.
Is there other checkboxes, like amount of time you've been in business,
There is.
growth
So
over time?
you have to be in business for at least 3 years.
Okay.
When I sold mine, there's usually between 5 and 6 years of a track record of having repeat customers. You want to have solid contracts with hospitals and nursing homes. There is businesses that have brokers. The problem is you don't own that business. There's no contract. That contract could be gone tomorrow, where I'm selling a business with solid contracts that you're going to have for the next 2 or 3 years.
The private pay.
Correct, 100%. And I also do a bit of a hybrid. So I don't just do strict NEMT. I went over into the school transportation space where we're doing handicapped school kids with mobility issues, where those are extremely solid contracts. And very, very high volume. And unlike NEMT, where sometimes you're hunting for trips per day, those trips are every day.
Right, yeah.
So
180 days of guaranteed
yes,
revenue.
And even
that's what we say, yeah.
and even going through the summer. So
Right.
Investors love that idea because number one, it increased revenue per day. It was a guaranteed. When I woke up every day, I had guaranteed trips. Where at NEMT, you're not always guaranteed to have 50, 60 trips on the board. Every day I get up, I know I have 167 trips on the board.
Right.
I know the revenue coming in. So that's super attractive. So it's a number of trips, the quality of trips, the repeat business, definitely over 3 years. You have to show a steady growth.
Yeah.
And you have to have a business plan that shows I've grown this percentage each year. I didn't take a back step. There is no downturn. There is no slow times. Like for me, I hear people in NEMT saying, during the summer months or during Christmas and New Year's, things are slower. My companies, it didn't matter. We kept the trend. We were always growing. You know what I mean? Because we set ourselves up for success.
So I have a quality fleet. I'm making lots of money, but I want to sell my business. Do I wait for someone to find me, or do I go and find a buyer? How do you connect?
You do both. For me, after I sold my first business, people were looking after me. So they'd watch my company, see how I was doing. A lot of it's public knowledge. People hear about what you're doing. I'd get calls from big companies, private equity firms saying, we're looking to buy transportation companies in so-and-so states. Do you know any? I said, yeah, I have a company in Florida. I have a company in Boston. Take a look at it.
Okay.
You know
so
what I mean?
Network. Maybe come to an event like this.
100%.
Make some new friends.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think you ever wait for someone to come to you.
No. Okay. And people can talk to you. You also do some consultancy work. So we're going to hit a link at the bottom of this video if you want to connect with Mark directly.
Yes.
Or come to one of our roadshows and meet him in person.
Yeah. I think there's nothing better than coming to an event where you can meet people that work within your industry and we can all grow together.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.